What do you want? What do you need? In the very first coaching call that I do with a man, I ask him these two questions. And you'd be surprised at the number of men who answer, I have no idea. They spent their entire lives asking other people what they want and what they need, trying to make other people happy in order to gain the love and acceptance that they crave. And in the process, they've abandoned their own wants and needs, and that's just sad. Here's the thing. You can't act with integrity unless you've answered these questions with certainty and determination. And until you do, you're just going to spend all of your time chasing the crumbs off the table of life. That's why today I want to help you get to the bottom of what you want and what you need in life and love. And I'm going to share with you 6 universal things that everyone needs in order to feel fulfilled in life. They are connection, security, respect, vision, purpose, and growth. And I'll dig deeper into each one of these universal needs, and you'll see how you can develop a personal plan that takes responsibility for you getting your needs and wants met. Now, many of us grow up not being okay with having needs and wants. We were told it was selfish to want something and that our needs came last. This can be especially true if you grew up in a religious home or an authoritarian family system. And the result is that we actually don't feel safe answering these questions. In fact, we're so used to not getting our needs and wants met that we tend to go underground as a way to get them met. And when we do this, we end up carrying around a lot of shame around having desires of wanting things, wanting sex, wanting love. And this is one of the reasons why porn is so addictive and why men will often keep their desires, especially around sexuality, hidden from their partners. And all this does is make them carry around a lot of shame for just having basic needs, wants, and human desires. But I have to tell you, this is not a good thing. When we hide, we increase the shame and we stay stuck. Now, one of the things that I often tell the guys that I work with is you're the only person on the planet responsible for your needs, wants, and happiness. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to give you what you want without you asking. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but once you get it, it makes life a whole lot better. So let's jump into those 6 universal needs. Now, the first need that everyone has is the need for connection. This is a primal need and a defense mechanism against danger, and it locks us into feelings of bonding with others. And without connection, you feel lonely, and loneliness is one of the worst things that a human could feel. We're not meant to be alone. Now, certainly some of us prefer to be on our own, but that's not a long-term solution. We need interaction and closeness in order to feel connected. And there are many ways you can get this connectedness. You can join a men's group. You can make plans with a friend. You can just hang out with someone you love and focus on getting your need for connection met. You also have to realize that connection comes from your ability to lead in the connection. It is your responsibility to get your need for connection in your life. And in order to do this, you're going to have to reach out, plan, and lead. This means inviting someone to connect, being assertive, making things happen. Don't wait for somebody else to make plans with you, set the tone, take the lead. And by doing this, you're going to feel more confident in your life. The second need we all have is the need for security. And security comes in the form of consistency and predictability. For example, if my wife tells me she's going to be home at 6, but then it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and I haven't heard from her, my need for security is going to feel threatened, and I'm going to begin to feel anxious. Now I try to get a hold of her and nothing. More time goes by, more anxiety. Why? Because this isn't consistent behavior. Likewise, if I'm not consistent in my own life, then that's going to bring up a lot of anxiety. I want to trust, but in order to trust, be it in myself or in someone else, I need consistency. The third universal need that we all have is the need for respect. And respect is about feeling valued, appreciated, and acknowledged for who we are and what we contribute. When our needs for respect isn't met, we feel devalued, and this can lead to feelings of anger and resentment. And just like when our need for security isn't met, we feel anxious. When we don't feel respected, we get angry. Now, it's also important to understand that respect is earned. It's not given. And it's your responsibility to command respect from others. Now, this doesn't mean being a people pleaser or seeking validation. Instead, it means having self-respect, setting boundaries, communicating your needs and expectations clearly. The fourth need we have is for vision. And vision is about having a goal, a place to look forward to, and creating the vision is what leaders do. A leader sets the tone, creates the vision, and then inspires others to follow him in his vision. And if we don't have a vision, then we tend to get bored, and every day becomes Groundhog's Day. And when we don't have a vision, people won't follow us. But when you have a vision, when you know where you're going, that sparks excitement and can motivate us to move forward. Creating a vision in your life is so important for personal growth and fulfillment. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? This is all about creating vision in your life. The fifth universal need is the need for purpose. We all have a need to contribute to something greater than ourselves. Our purpose might be our children, our families, or it might be building the business that creates generational wealth. Your purpose has to be big enough, and our why has to be strong enough to keep us going when we get discouraged. If we don't have a purpose, we're going to feel worthless, and this can lead to depression and resentment. But when I have a purpose, I feel powerful, I feel motivated, I know where I'm going, and I know why. Now, the final need is growth. We all need to feel like we're moving, growing, and expanding. If we're not growing, we're stagnating, and stagnating is atrophy, and atrophy is a slow death. When we stop growing, we stop living. I can't emphasize this enough, how important growth is to our own journey. There's nothing worse than feeling like you are just dying slowly inside. Growth happens in raging rivers, not stagnant ponds. Think about it. What grows in a stagnant pond? One-cell amoebas. What grows in a raging river? Steelhead, salmon, life. Growth is about changing ourselves, stepping out of our comfort zone, and embracing change. Now that you have a framework with some things that you want, you can now go into the next stage, which is, what do I need? A want is simply an extension of a need. For example, I might say, I need connection. I want a life partner who has these qualities, fill in the blank. Or, I need security. I want someone who is trustworthy in my life, who is loyal and kind. Play with these 6 needs and ask yourself, what do you want? What do you need? Make a list and write it down. When we write something down, we tend to move them deeper into our psyche, and that makes them more tangible and more achievable. Trust me, taking this time is a powerful exercise in self-discovery and in manifestation. By clearly articulating what you want and setting an intention and then putting it out there, you're more likely to get those things met in your life. And this is crucial if you want to live a fulfilling, meaningful life. And remember, you're the only person on the planet responsible for your needs, wants, and happiness. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to give you what you want unless you ask. So take the time to reflect on what you truly want, what you desire. Write it down and start taking actions towards making it a reality. But whatever you do, embrace the journey of self-discovery and enjoy the process of becoming the best version of yourself by having needs and wants and being responsible for getting those things met. And if you like this video, check out the one I did a while back on what nice guys get wrong about women. I'll put a link up here. And if you're listening to this on your favorite podcast platform, can I ask that you rate the podcast? Thanks for taking the time to either listen to or watch this, and I will see you next time on my next video.